Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. We are playing the Armageddon pay-per-view, the long-awaited pay-per-view. I apologize for the wait, but I'll get into that in a moment, why the GM mode schedule is a little bit crazy right now. Really appreciate you guys checking out these videos still. I know the series has been going for a long time, but you guys still are loyal and are enjoying the series. So, Armageddon today, this is the final pay-per-view for the calendar year for GM mode as we build towards the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which is going to be epic. I'm looking forward to that. Unfortunately, we don't have the number 30 spot in that. Of course, you go back to Survivor Series, the last pay-per-view we were involved with. We had an opportunity to win that spot. We failed. Today, it's just our own brand exclusive pay-per-view, and we have a big card today. But first of all, let's check out the fan support. How are we doing right now? We are dipped in the ratings right now, like usual. And can you believe that Snitsky's number 1 in the Power 25? We are a little bit down in the Tower 25. Normally we dominate it, but now we really are struggling. So we need to turn it around. We got to find a way. At the moment, our roster is good. I'm happy with the roster. We have Umaga and Randy Orton just joined the roster as well on the, might have been the last episode of GM mode. So check that out. And then we have these rivalries that are set in place. We don't have any long-term rivalries, which is the issue. But I still think we can put on a pretty decent show. So to kick it off, we have Randy Orton and Triple H in a first blood match. A fatal 4-way tables match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Sabu, CM Punk, Nitro, and Jeff Hardy. Of course, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy are in a rivalry there. I think Sabu and Nitro might be as well. Brendan and Mysterio will go one-on-one in a last man standing match. Hardcore match for the US title is Batista and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. And that should be a good one. And of course, our main event, the World Heavyweight Championship. It's The Undertaker and Edge, and I honestly believe you cannot have Armageddon without a Hell in a Cell match. So that match is Hell in a Cell. I associate Armageddon with Hell in a Cell. Might be wrong, but that to me is just a perfect fit. So here we go with the first matchup. Here we have Triple H coming out now. He's going to face the newcomer, Randy Orton. These guys have just had a bit of a spur of the moment situation. And Randy Orton defeated Triple H in their last matchup, which was on the last episode of GM mode on Smackdown. Randy Orton got the first victory in their first encounter. Triple H is out to get some revenge, and some of you guys suggested we do a first blood match as well, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Amp it up a little bit. First blood match in their first pay-per-view encounter. Randy Orton's first pay-per-view match here in GM mode. He's going to be facing the former United States Champion Triple H. And you could argue that Triple H really hasn't achieved his peak yet. Hasn't been on the brand for all that long. We've had so many new big comers come to the brand in recent months. But he's only won the US title. I know he wants to be the World Heavyweight Champion at some point. Maybe one day he can achieve it soon. Here comes Randy Orton. And we know he has big things planned for himself as well. And of course he got his first victory against Triple H, like I said before. So he's on a roll. He's coming into this match with some momentum. But will momentum matter? Will his first victory over Triple H count? Will it really make a difference? I don't really think so. It's a first blood match. Triple H probably more prepared for this matchup than Randy Orton. Triple H is he's the surreal assassin. He just knows how to win big matches, and this is a big match. To open up Armageddon, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, we didn't have enough room on the card to put a tag title match in, but that's not to worry. I mean, our tag team division is something I've really kind of gone away with in recent months. I really need to try to give that a bit of a resurgence before WrestleMania at least. And I said earlier that the schedule for GM mode's crazy, and it will be continuing to be crazy. Obviously, the new WWE 2K15 game is just around the corner, and for you long-term GM mode fans, you had to suffer this last year. When WWE 2K14 dropped, I completely stopped the GM mode series altogether. This time around, I don't want to stop it altogether. I still enjoy doing GM mode. The videos still actually get quite a number of views, which is surprising to me. I really thought that GM mode wouldn't really get many views, but you guys who have been watching the series have been loyal and continue to give the video a like every time you watch it and continue to view the videos whenever they come out. So I really appreciate that. I know they're kind of few and far between, which might be another reason why, but I really want to continue doing the GM mode series, so I'm going to try and balance it a little bit better this year with the WWE 2K15 game. And WWE 2K15 I will be getting on Thursday. So, you know, I may try to sneak in another GM mode episode before then, and probably after that, once I get that, the GM mode videos will slow down a lot, but I will be trying to maybe sneak in videos here and there and do double uploads just to kind of get the GM mode videos out for all you GM mode fans. So I'm going to really try harder this time around to keep the GM mode videos coming. I'm going to work even harder, baby. Harder than I already do on my videos, and do more videos, so God help me. But I'm going to give it my best shot, because I really do want to finish the series. And we're not that far away when you think about it. I mean, we may be like, I don't know, 14 episodes away from, 15 episodes away from finishing the series. So, you know, we don't have that much longer to go. So I need to just stop being lazy and get it done. So that's the plan. WrestleMania is the goal, and hopefully we do win. We end up becoming the GM of the year. Probably not the way we're looking right now. We really just aren't having much luck with the ratings. You know, we're putting on pretty good shows, but the ratings, we're not getting them. You know, the game just doesn't want to give us the ratings, so it's been a little bit of a struggle. But I think we can come back, and WrestleMania season, let's hope that we can really turn it around. And make sure you guys let me know in the comment section down below any kind of matches you'd like to see for WrestleMania. I want to know your predictions. Who's going to face who at WrestleMania? Now, the thing is, we probably will only get one match. Maybe two matches. I'm not sure. Probably just one match. So, who's going to main event WrestleMania for SmackDown? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to know your predictions. Who's going to be the 2, 3, 4 men to main event WrestleMania? Let me know in the comment section down below. As the referee's down, Randy Orton pushes Triple H into the ref, and it's a first blood match, so it doesn't really make much of a difference, but maybe one of these two guys could bust each other open and the referee not see it and give themselves just a little bit more time to get the other one bleeding as well. I'm not sure, but the referee's up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let me know in the comment section down below your WrestleMania predictions, and I'm looking forward to finishing this series, to be honest with you. And I still want to kind of, like I've discussed in some other videos, I want to go back and maybe revisit one of the older games, because I like doing the new games and then, you know, something different like the NBA video and then like a throwback game. That's like my style at the moment. I'm really liking it, so I want to do another oldie when I can. So my goal is to probably buy a PS2 over my summer Christmas break, and try and do something with it there. And I've got the games for it, like I said. I just need the console. So maybe another GM mode series, or maybe something completely different, like a career mode from the old Smackdown games. It'd be pretty cool. So that's kind of like my goal, but I really do want to continue, and I certainly want to finish this series. I hate doing a series not finishing it, and still enjoying the GM mode. It's this game itself, the Smackdown vs. Raw 08 game, probably one of the not one of the better GM mode games, but it's still a very solid mode. It's obviously my favorite mode of all time, and I'd love for them to bring it back like they have in NBA. You know, they got a really good GM mode going on over there. I can see WWE doing something similar like that in the future, but the Universe mode, I dig the Universe mode. I really do like the Universe mode. So, I don't know, man. I'm pretty content with Universe mode, but I'd be happy to have GM mode as well. So, if they want to just give me everything, I'd be happy. But if I had to pick one or the other right now, I'd probably be picking Universe mode, to be honest with you. Which is surprising, because I definitely would have said GM mode 6 months ago. But just loving the Universe mode. I think there's just more to do with Universe mode. In the GM mode, especially in the older games, you can't really have a storyline going on. You can't really develop a storyline on the screen, you know. With the Universe mode, you can find ways to really progress the stories, and this one it's just two guys facing each other every week, which is obviously the big problem with trying to make the matches interesting. They don't really have much meaning towards it, but by the time, you know, their rivalry's been going and hits the pay-per-view, they've already faced each other so many different times, it's hard to make a rivalry compelling and interesting. That's the real main problem with this game, in my opinion. But just goes to show, I know a lot of people say the older games are better, but I still think the new games have come a long way and improved so much in making the game more interesting. At least in my view. I mean, like, some people don't even know how to really like play WWE 2K14, which baffles me. But yeah, it's just really interesting, all the things you can do in the new game to make it go that extra step like I have with my series. But you can't do that in this old one. It's so limited in trying to make the stories compelling and really trying to put on a really good GM mode series. But I still think you can do a good GM mode series, and I still think you can have a lot of fun with GM mode even now. So at the moment, it's a really close contest. You see Randy Orton's got his head in the yellow there. You probably have to try and make your opponent bleed by targeting the head, obviously. Triple H hasn't suffered much damage in the head at all. So you'd have to say Triple H probably the favorite to win at this stage. I mean, whether he gets a weapon to do the job or he hits the pedigree in hopes that that may bust Randy Orton open that way. We know that's certainly been the case many times before. So at the moment, Triple H is in the driver's seat, and Randy Orton may be in a little bit of trouble, as we have a side headlock now applied to Orton. And Triple H maybe trying to hit a DDT there. No, turns into a neck breaker. Probably not the best idea. DDT may have proven a little bit more useful in this certain type of matchup. And obviously in a first blood matchup, you want to try and attack the forehead of your opponent. You're not really going to make your opponent bleed out of the back of the head very often. Here's a submission hold. That's irrelevant in this match as well. So these two men not really playing to the match type at the moment, which could be a little bit of inexperience in this style of match. But you see Randy Orton is struggling at the moment to try and get himself back in this match. At the moment, Triple H throws Orton over the top rope as well. Triple H is in firm control, and we know in this game, if you hit the steel steps in the head with on your opponent, that's lights out, game over. Blood will be spilt. So maybe Triple H could go for that, or that big knee that he does as well. The face buster I was referring to, as Triple H going to fling his opponent to the outside, doing more damage to that torso area. Randy Orton is in a lot of trouble on his pay-per-view debut here in Universe GM mode. Speaking of, been talking too much Universe mode, GM mode here in Smackdown vs. Raw. 08 as Orton tries for a right hand on Triple H. Now Triple H does the same thing. Both times they were countered. And now Randy Orton battling away in the corner there on Triple H. And Triple H does have his finisher. Can he finish off Randy Orton? Not going to try for it, I believe. I don't know. At the moment, Orton's down on the mat, struggling. Triple H coming over to him. Orton fully red. And here we go. Triple H, he's got him by the throat, and one strike to the head has busted Randy Orton open, and that is enough to win this match. Triple H has done it. One strike to the side of the head, just kabang, one little jab to the forehead, and you see blood all over Orton's face at the moment. Triple H has done it. He's won this match, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton suffers his first loss here in SmackDown, and he's lost on pay-per-view as well here at Armageddon. So Triple H hasn't been around that many times. He hasn't had that many pay-per-view opportunities, but he's done the job here today, knocking off the legend killer Randy Orton. As we move on to our next matchup, which will be the Fatal 4-Way Tables match for the Cruiserweight Championship. And this man, he knows everything about a table, that is for sure. He is the definition of extreme. So this certainly suits his match style. Sabu. This is going to be interesting to see if he can come out and pull off the victory here and put his opponent through a table. And now comes CM Punk. He's not afraid to get extreme either, Punk. So this should be a very interesting match. All these four men, certainly high flyers, and know everything to do with using tables and going a little bit extreme. I would dare say the only man that may be in a little bit of trouble in this match is this man, and that is Johnny Nitro, and he's the Cruiserweight Champion as well. I don't really see him as an extreme kind of a competitor, so putting an opponent through a table may be a little bit foreign to Johnny Nitro. So that could be Nitro's downfall in this match style, and could lead him to lose that that Cruiserweight Championship. Here comes Jeff Hardy though. This man knows everything to do with the table. This guy loves to take a risk, and I know that he's got a swanton bomb through a table up his sleeve here tonight. He's been having a huge rise in popularity in recent times as well. He's been feuding quite heavily with CM Punk at this stage. As you see that table right out there in the corner, there's going to be plenty of them to use, and Jeff Hardy loves using tables. He knows everything to do with a table. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This match is underway. Fatal 4-way rules. It's a tables match. Cruiserweight title on the line as Hardy and Punk, two bitter rivals, going at it at the beginning, as Nitro and Sabu as well. Punk got Hardy on the ground, taking him down. So we've spoken before about trying to let Jeff Hardy rise to maybe not the main event, but at least rise a lot in popularity, because his popularity was slipping. And we knew Jeff Hardy had a lot of potential, and I really wanted to make sure we were using Jeff Hardy to his full potential. So in recent times, we've really tried hard to get Jeff Hardy in a good position to, I don't know, make something more out of himself. He just, feuding with CM Punk, who has 100 popularity, has certainly helped Jeff Hardy as well, and Hardy's got a couple of big victories over Punk as well. So Jeff Hardy's rise to the top, at least, has certainly started off pretty well. But if he wins the Cruiserweight title here tonight, that will cap off a successful recent run for Jeff Hardy. Whereas if Sabu, he's been involved in the tag team division, he and Sandman, Team Extreme, or maybe Team Hardcore, Team ECW, whatever you want to call them. But they certainly have been pretty damn good, but they just haven't been good enough to clinch those titles and make a big run out of that tag division. So they've certainly slipped away in recent times as well. So Sabu perhaps deciding it's time for him to take the plunge and enter the singles competition again here at the Cruiserweights, which is not a bad idea for Sabu, who's certainly been struggling in recent times to try and improve his career here in GM mode. So maybe Smackdown was probably not the place for him, but now he probably feels as though that he can have a good chance of becoming the Cruiserweight champion here in this at Armageddon. And of course, Nitro Cruiserweight champion, has been Cruiserweight champion multiple times. He's always been in and around that title, whether it's been against Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy. He's had many chances at that title, and he's won them. He's made the most of them. He's been a great champion, but this is a tough challenge for him here tonight. And CM Punk, the only guy out of the Big Four, the original Big Four, to not win the world title. And he may be looking to win some singles gold tonight. I don't know. I don't think he's won any singles gold here in GM mode. I may be wrong, but he's certainly won a lot of big matches. I can't quite recall if he's won a singles championship. I don't think he has. So this is a big opportunity for Punk to finally get some gold around his waist in this Fatal 4-Way match. And many have argued that Punk probably won't be involved in the main event division for a while. So him stepping back and trying to take on the Cruiserweights and win that Cruiserweight title is probably a good decision by Punk. If you're not going to be involved in the main event, at least get yourself involved in some kind of title match, or get yourself on the card somehow. And that's exactly what he has done. So CM Punk, a smart man, smart competitor here in GM mode. As Punk and Hardy still going at it there. There's that still steps close to them. Sabu is thrown into the ring by Johnny Nitro, as Nitro's attacking away at the moment on Sabu. And CM Punk with the collar and elbow tie up on Jeff Hardy on the outside as well, takes down Hardy, and Hardy goes down hard on that mat on the outside as those forearms and those grinding that wrist and forearm away on Sabu is doing the damage now, slapping that chest over and over and over and over again. This is ruthless from Johnny Nitro, and he realizes he has to step up into a new gear. He has to go into a new gear if he is going to retain his Cruiserweight title, because this is an environment set for Sabu, set for Jeff Hardy, and arguably even set for CM Punk, who's had plenty of experience in this style of match. Johnny Nitro, on the other hand, though, probably not really in his favor, so he has to try and elevate himself to a new level to win this match, and he's got Sabu in trouble. Oh, a drop kick off the top, and didn't put Sabu through that table, which is the main objective of this matchup. But he has Sabu in prime position to do so. Hardy's in the ring as well. He's down. Punk's just regaining a bit of stamina around the outside, getting a bit of energy, just surveying the situation, eyeing off his opponents. Now Sabu's in a bit of trouble, leaning against that table. That's a position you do not want to be in, as a swinging neckbreaker there by Johnny Nitro, who is heating up, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeling it. And is he going to go up the top? I think he may be. Oh, he went for that drop kick, that flying drop kick again. He missed, though. and was unsuccessful. I think he may have just caught Sabu. It didn't really connect very well though anyways. So Hardy and Punk to the outside. Punk's, I thought he was thinking about going after Jeff Hardy, but decided against it. And now Nitro and Punk are going to battle it out as Sabu's still in the ring, down and out. He's taken a lot of damage. Nitro, on the other hand, is in prime position to win this match. He's barely taken a hit. He's dominated Sabu. Hardy's in a lot of trouble as well. Punk's looking pretty good. So it really could be down to Punk and Nitro at this point in time, because I can't see Hardy and Sabu coming away and pulling something out of the bag with all this damage they have suffered. And CM Punk, very interesting strategies employing right now. He's just circling around, going on the outside, taking his time. Now he's going to bring in a second table into the ring, which is not a bad idea, as Sabu uses the arm to take down Jeff Hardy in the middle of the ring. And now Nitro's looking to take out Sabu. Ooh, very, very close to going through that table with that drop kick. Sabu's face just bouncing off the table though, and now he's thrown into that table again as Sabu counters. Oh, Nitro now leaning against the table. Not for long though, as that table now used as a weapon. This could be anyone's match at the moment. Obviously Nitro is in good condition. Sabu and Hardy are not, but Sabu's fighting back. He's showing a little bit of fight, and he's set that table up, which is never good. What's he going to do? Who's he going to put through that table, though? That's a big question. I think Jeff Hardy would be his only real chance at the moment. Nitro's certainly not an ideal opponent to try. Punk as well hasn't really suffered too much damage. And Nitro trying to take down CM Punk, who's trying to fight out of it. Sabu and Hardy are battling out. Hardy was trying to put Sabu through that table. Now Sabu trying to get and drag Hardy over to that table. Unsuccessful though. And he just shoves Hardy away. Oh! Drop toe hold. Down goes Sabu, Jeff Hardy. Sabu doing some damage to Jeff Hardy right there. And a big right hand from Nitro. He and Punk trading back and forth some blows. Oh, what a super kick. Running kabang. Super kicks him. And now Sabu's in trouble. What's this? Oh, he's got him. He's thrown him through the table. Sabu's gone through the table. CM Punk has done it. He is the new Cruiserweight champion, ladies and gentlemen. He has put Sabu to the table, and he has done enough to win the Cruiserweight title here tonight at Armageddon. Well, he just, very interesting, just kind of whipped him through, and Sabu just kind of fell onto that table, kabang, straight to the table, the ribs, in the midsection, the torso, going to the middle of the table. Well planned out, well thought out by CM Punk, executed perfectly, and down goes Sabu. And now Punk has risen to the occasion, and he has won himself some singles gold. And he's done it in the way of the Cruiserweight Championship. Well done, CM Punk. Johnny Nitro not involved in the situation, though. But it doesn't matter, because CM Punk has done enough, and he's the better man in this Fatal 4-Way match. It's now time, though, to move on. Alrighty, so we have Brendan versus Rey Mysterio. It is going to be a last man standing match as well. And Brendan's rise to the main event has been a shaky one. At one point we thought maybe, but really he just kind of lingers around. He hasn't really impressed anybody yet. He hasn't won gold. He's been around that US title, but hasn't won it yet. And honestly, I don't really see him winning it anytime soon either. But hey, he just got done feuding with, I believe it was Batista. And before that, he had a feud with Triple H as well. So he certainly is feuding with some of the best that Smackdown has to offer. Now he's feuding with Rey Mysterio as well. So he's certainly getting involved in some high-profile situations. And here is Rey Mysterio, by the way. So Brendan is certainly looking the goods. But can he produce the goods? He is taking on Rey Mysterio here. Last man standing matchup. A tough match indeed. You have to keep your opponent down for 10 seconds at least. And, you can do enough damage to keep them out for all day and night if you want. That's the rules of this match. You can do whatever the hell you want to try and get your opponent down and out for the count. And that's the way it should be, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go, Mysterio and Brendan. This should be... I think this match could be a little bit hardcore. Brendan, I know, likes to be a bit more of a hardcore style, likes using some weapons. And Rey Mysterio has that high-flying style, doesn't mind getting involved with you know, a couple tables and ladders and things like that. So don't be surprised if we do see a few toys in this match. And see this one go a little bit more extreme as Mysterio wants to try and quicken the pace here, as Brendan, more of a brawler, likes to strike you down, grapple you down, wrestle you on the mat as well if he has to, and just use his power and strength as he does right there to slam Mysterio right into the mat. And there's a knee drop as well for good measure. So Brendan starting this match off well against Mysterio. And Rey Mysterio has won the Cruiserweight Championship a couple of times, but hasn't really looked likely to step into that World Heavyweight Championship contention yet. And still had a pretty successful run here in GM mode, though. You can't discredit him too much. He's certainly done pretty well, you know, considering. Not everybody can be the world champion, and especially when you have so many top-level guys here on SmackDown, it's even harder to get yourself in contention, let alone win the belt. So Mysterio is certainly doing some good work here on SmackDown nonetheless, and getting involved in the Cruiserweights is always good and always handy to have someone like Rey Mysterio in the Cruiserweight division. That's why I think if you play SmackDown, Rey Mysterio should be one of your first picks. Even though he may not be your favorite, he's certainly not my favorite anymore. But back in the day, he was one of my favorites, I will admit, when I was a child. But right now, certainly don't really like him too much. But when you play GM mode and you play SmackDown, Rey Mysterio should be your #1, if not top 3 pick at least, because he is key to your Cruiserweight division, since he is so popular naturally already. You don't really have to do too much to try and raise his popularity. And, you know, he's a believable world champion as well. I think it's just pivotal that you have Rey Mysterio on your SmackDown roster to compete in the Cruiserweight division. And if you don't want him to be your Cruiserweight champion, you can always put him in the main event as well. But he's always there to go back to and boost up the ratings in the Cruiserweight division, which generally is filled with a lot of guys in that low popularity range, that 40 to 60 popularity range is majority of the Cruiserweight. So it makes it difficult to really build a Cruiserweight division that's successful at first. It does take a long time to really get your Cruiserweights in a good spot. And if you build them up too much, it gets to the point where they do start to interfere with your World Heavyweight Championship rankings. So that's why I always try to keep mine in that 85 popularity cap off, around about there, you know. No more than 90, really. No, I've spoken about that many times throughout the series, but that's kind of my style that I've tried to employ here in this series. Not really working too well. It's working well to the point where they're not interfering in the world title division. That's not really working well in terms of ratings and things like that, which is the problem. But you live and you learn, and you got to try and you know, have a strategy, and that was pretty much my strategy. It hasn't really worked too much in the ratings, but that's partly to blame the game as well, as Mysterio starting to heat up a little bit, getting ready to fly and move around the ring a little bit faster, trying to quicken the pace, which is not going to suit Brendan at all, especially in the last man stand. Oh! What about that kick? I think Mysterio's head almost come off. Wow. Wow. Mysterio's in a lot of trouble. Brendan is dominating. Jeez, that kick was just beautiful. That was textbook. Absolutely beautiful. And wow! What about that clothesline? Oh, damn. Oh, and he does the kick again. Rey Mysterio, I think he's done. Honestly, Brendan is beating the crap out of him right now. Wow. And are we going to see something big here? Are we going to see it? I thought for a moment that was his finisher. I was getting worried, but no. Not going for his finisher instead. He's just going to continue working down Mysterio in other ways. And what's he got planned here? And now he's got Mysterio by the head. And, oh, look at that. Gut-wrench suplex to perfection. Taking down Mysterio. Is he going to look for the count? No, he's not. Mysterio gets back to his feet, though. And he's going to follow it up with another suplex, just taking down Mysterio, working away on the midsection. Mysterio is out of this match. He is struggling, and Brendan is absolutely dominating, takes him down as well. And uh-oh, the beast is coiled. Here we go. He's ready to strike. And here we go. Bang! The spear takes down Mysterio. Brendan may have just ripped Rey Mysterio in half. He may have just crushed every bone in his body, that little body of his. Brendan, what a spear. The Beast is here, and he has made a statement. 9 counts, 1 more second. That is it. The Beast has won with the spear, and he has defeated Rey Mysterio right here at Armageddon. Oh, man, I tell you what, that does not get more of an emphatic victory at all. That is huge. That's a big win for Brendan. And I tell you what, though, I think this guy, he may be one of the front runners for the Royal Rumble. He may just fly under the radar and just could be a sneaky winner in that match. It wouldn't surprise me, as because we are starting to build towards the Royal Rumble, looking towards it. I think this guy could have a really good chance of winning the Royal Rumble. That spear, that was deadly. And some of those kicks and those clotheslines, jeez, that was beautiful to see. So what a win by the Beast. And he's done it again. Can he continue his winning momentum into the Rumble, though? We'll find out coming up soon. And now it's time for the United States Championship match. Here comes the Animal, Batista. Speaking of a beast, not quite a beast, but he's the Animal. Here is the United States Champion. Here is Batista. And former World Heavyweight Champion. He's done it all here in Smackdown, here in GMO. And now he's looking to beat one of the legends and one of the newcomers to the Smackdown roster. Shawn Michaels hasn't really been around for long. And here is Batista. Tell you what, he's been mighty impressive. And he's taken a step away and got himself the US title around his waist whilst he's trying to build himself back towards the world title. Not quite there yet. Instead, he's competing and defending that US title. He has a good opportunity here tonight to continue on the right track here against Shawn Michaels. And there is Batista, his signature entrance, and here comes HBK, getting booed out of the building by the fans. Of course, we saw D-Generation X reunite not too long ago. Shawn Michaels hasn't been on the roster for all that long, but he's certainly looking to make an impact, and by winning the US title here tonight, he could certainly do that. And obviously, with DX back on the roster, maybe they could be a potential tag team to boost up that tag team division. I think that'd be a good idea to really try and use those guys a little bit better, try and boost up that tag team division a little bit more, bring Shawn Michaels, bring Triple H to that tag team division, maybe try and re-sign Kane and have the Brothers of Destruction involved. The Undertaker does not win that world title here tonight. That could be a good idea as well. I don't know. Plenty of options to choose from. We don't have Matt Hardy anymore. He walked out not long ago, so we haven't lost the Hardy Boys. We still have Henry and MVP and Crime Time as some tag teams to use, and of course Sandman and Sabu. So we do have a few tag teams here on the roster. We just need to try and maybe add them and get them involved in the mix a little bit more around that WWE Tag Team title, sorry. As Michaels and Batista both decided to get weapons straight away, but it was Shawn Michaels getting the upper hand with a sledgehammer shot, paying tribute to his buddy Triple H with that sledgehammer, as Batista tries with the sledgehammer shot. Unsuccessful though. Now Shawn Michaels and Batista trading that sledgehammer back and forth. Who's going to get the second strike in? Shawn Michaels went for it, missed it though. Batista stepping out of the way. Of course, this is a hardcore match, ladies and gentlemen, so everything goes. You can do whatever the hell you want. The rulebook has been thrown out the window, and you can try and do whatever you have to do to win this match, which just makes this one even more interesting and exciting. So, looking forward to seeing who wins this one, as Batista just pummels Shawn Michaels away with that sledgehammer. Batista starting this match off well. The Animal, the US champion, as Shawn Michaels throws the Animal into the ring. The Heartbreak Kid looking to win another US title. Well, I don't know if he's actually... Has he won the US title before? I don't think so. So win another championship at least. So, oh, there's a big chair shot from Batista, taking down Michaels, and does it again. And he missed it that time.
I think someone's looking for a weapon.
As Shawn looks to get another sledgehammer out. It's the sledgehammer versus the chair at the moment. And at the moment, the chair is doing the damage. Batista. Oh, look at that. Damn. Right to the head. Taking a chair shot to the skull. Won't see that anymore, ladies and gentlemen. The moment the chair would be banned, and if this was real life WWE, that would have been blacked out. So, how lucky for us we get to see chair shots here, right here in GM mode. You'll only get to see that exclusively the GM mode, ladies and gentlemen. No more chair shots to the head. You only get to see that right here on the BrendenPlayz channel for Smackdown vs. Raw GM mode as HBK continues his assault, this time with the sledgehammer. And now he has Batista down and potentially out. As he waits for Batista to get back to his feet. Thought for a moment, maybe thinking about that sweet chin music. Decides against it though. Batista, his weapon of choice in this match has certainly been that chair, and he does it again with a chair shot to the skull of Shawn Michaels. And really is back and forth between these two in terms of the weapons. They haven't really decided to try and use much else other than the weapons on each other, and Batista looking to do all the damage in the world with that steel chair to Shawn Michaels as Shawn Michaels gets back to his feet. Attempted sledgehammer shot, does miss the shot though. And now Shawn Michaels getting the hell away from Batista. Batista getting another chair. How many chairs do they have under there? Hornswoggle's probably giving Batista all those chairs, handing them to him as Batista has that sledgehammer. And went for the shot, but Shawn Michaels the right hand stopping that. And both these men just getting weapons in their hands. And there, it is a hardcore match. Can't blame him. There's Shawn Michaels now. He strikes Batista, and Batista was just kind of waiting there, waiting for Shawn Michaels to whack him in the head there. And Batista has that sledgehammer now. And now they're just kind of walking away from each other, just kind of eyeing each other off here with those weapons. Batista now entering the ring. This is a very interesting situation. I'm not exactly sure what the hell these two guys are doing here. And there's a chair shot. Very interesting. So Batista is now down. Shawn Michaels with the chair in hand. He's got the upper hand right now, but Batista takes that chair off Shawn Michaels. And it whacks him in the head with it as well. So Batista fired up. Shawn Michaels down. And I believe Shawn Michaels has been busted open as well. So Batista has the sledgehammer. Shawn Michaels, is he going to look for the chair? Yes, he will. And they have an unlimited supply of chairs under there. I think that might be, what, 4, 5, 6 chairs have gone through at the moment. And not to mention, we've gone through a few sledgehammers as well. As these guys love their toys, and there's another chair shot by Shawn Michaels. Batista is down. And another chair shot to Batista as well, for good measure, because one was not enough. Shawn looking to continue dominating here. Batista has that sledgehammer. And oh, there's a sledgehammer chair shot as well. Now Shawn has a sledgehammer. So Batista and Shawn Michaels just going back and forth here with these weapon uses. They're not really seeing much of a wrestling match. This truly is a hardcore match. That's all we're really seeing between these two, is just weapon shots of a sledgehammer or a steel chair kind. As this time Batista, I think, may have got Shawn in the leg, causing Shawn to drop the sledgehammer. As Batista enters back into the ring now, both men in the ring with weapons in hand. Batista. Shawn Michaels went for the sledgehammer shot, missed it though. Shawn Michaels holding his head. He's feeling the effects of those chair shots, so Batista, he's coming after Shawn. So Shawn's in a lot of trouble. He's going to try and get out of the way here. Here comes Batista slowly, thinking about it, but he decided against it. As Shawn Michaels stays to the outside. Shawn doesn't want anything to do with this match so far. He suffered a lot of damage. He's just trying to wait it out, regain a bit of his health back, regain a bit of stamina, and just try and fight off these chair shots to the skull. As Batista looking to get closer to Shawn, trying to pick his spot. And oh, Batista making a mistake. Shawn gets the chair back. So Shawn was kind of playing with Batista, toying with him, but Batista good enough to block the chair shot, gets the chair back, and oh, there's a chair shot to the skull of Shawn Michaels. Shawn is down. Looks as though he could be out. Batista follows it up with another chair shot. And Batista dominating Shawn Michaels right now. Another chair shot. Oh my. And that chair is gone as well. That's the last we've seen of that chair. It's just really is a hardcore environment right now. Both men just attacking each other back and forth with weapons. Shawn Michaels has that head bleeding. The forehead is not looking pretty. Not something you want to show your kids, that is for sure. As Batista backs back into the ring with Shawn Michaels.
These superstars give everything.
And then immediately Shawn Michaels backing away, realized, oh crap, I don't have a weapon. I've got to get myself one. Does so, but Batista connects with his sledgehammer shot, taking down Shawn Michaels. And oh, there's a wrestling move. That's a leg drop. Didn't think we'd see one of them in this match. He's going to go for it again. So Batista's showing off his second move of the match. So far we've seen a chair or sledgehammer shot and a leg drop. How exciting as Shawn Michaels rolls away from that barbed wire 2x4. And oh, Shawn went for the shot. Batista countering though. And oh, he hits Shawn Michaels with that 2x4. That is gotta hurt. And he does so again. Batista's just relentless right now. Shawn Michaels in a world of trouble. Batista has Shawn Michaels right where he wants him. As Batista comes back in the ring, realizes Shawn's not going to come, comes back outside. Now, with a right hand to the back of Shawn Michaels, immediately going after that 2x4 again, though, and hits him in the torso. Batista, he really is an animal. He is just dominating Shawn Michaels right now, not letting up. He's just kicking it up into another gear. As Shawn Michaels gets a steel chair trying to equalize the situation. It doesn't work though as Batista takes down Shawn again. And now it just gives Batista another toy to use while Shawn Michaels continues to struggle away. As he has that steel chair. Oh, there's a shot to the head by Batista. Down goes Shawn. Oh, and these chair shots. He's attacking those legs now. Doesn't want Shawn Michaels to be able to use that super kick to try and get himself back in this match. Very smart thinking by Batista. Take out the legs of Shawn Michaels. That really makes it difficult for Shawn Michaels to win this match. There will be no sweet chin music for Shawn. As Shawn, collar elbow tie up. And he's in trouble now. And the third move of the match with a big suplex taking down Shawn Michaels. Batista looking good at this stage of this match. And now he has another steel chair. And went to jump on Shawn Michaels with the chair, but he completely missed. He botched.
This match proves without a doubt why Smackdown.
And he's just holding the chair now, just waiting for Shawn to get back to his feet. And just kind of surveying the situation, realizes Shawn's down and out. But isn't he a nice guy? Waiting for Shawn Michaels to get to his feet so he can hit him in the head with a steel chair instead of hitting him in the back with that steel chair. Batista, he is a nice guy for sure. As he just throws Shawn Michaels back in the ring. And is he going to bring that chair with him? Probably deciding against it. Shawn Michaels wants that chair though. And he just struggles away, waddles away to that chair, it looked like. As Batista, I don't know what he's thinking here. Is he thinking sledgehammer? Or so really these two guys just don't feel confident in their abilities to put each other away with their finishing maneuvers. They're just continuously looking to use those weapons to gain the upper hand. And Shawn Michaels leaving the ring with no weapon. Batista sees the opportunity and he fails to hit though. And what a spear from Batista. Wow. I think the Beast from the previous match would be pretty proud of that one. Takes down Shawn Michaels, and that is what, the fourth move of this match. And there's a 2x4 shot. Who would have thought Batista has more moves than Shawn Michaels? As Batista breaks that 2x4 from so many shots of it. Enters the ring again. Shawn Michaels, is he going to join him? I don't even think he can walk over into the ring, let alone go in the ring and be competitive. Batista's waiting. Are we going to finally see these two guys go inside the ring? Shawn's got a 2x4, enters the ring. Batista's in the ring as well, so both men are in the ring. This has taken a while, and here we go. Are we going to see the climax of this match as Shawn trying to get Batista, and he hits, he meets the steel chair for his troubles. He's in a lot of trouble, and now these two are in the middle of the ring. Batista could be looking to try and pin Shawn Michaels and put him away here. Wouldn't be the worst idea from Batista, as he has that steel chair. Is he going to try and use it on Shawn? Shawn trying to fight back and get it back off him. Batista, what's he got planned for Shawn Michaels to try and counteract it? He has the 2x4, weapon versus weapon again. Now Shawn hits Batista with the chair. Is that enough to put him away? Can he go for the cover and put Batista away and somehow miraculously win this match? But Batista counters with the big elbow, and oh, look at that clothesline, taking down Shawn Michaels. That could be enough to put him away. Surely it will be. Is he going to go after the win though? I think he wants to do some more damage to Shawn Michaels. But I think Batista has this match won. That steel chair, sorry, that clothesline shot was so effective, especially with all those steel chairs as well. Batista wants to use all these weapons up before he tries to put Shawn away. As if Shawn hasn't really faced enough damage already. And now Batista could be looking to put Shawn Michaels away. He does so with the cover. Here we go. Doesn't matter about the rope break. And 3, that's it. That is it. Batista retains the United States Championship in a very hardcore match. There was not many moves. It wasn't a technical spectacle, which is surprising. A match with Shawn Michaels in it. Shawn Michaels really just did one move, and that was hit with weapon. Batista proving that he is technically superior to Shawn Michaels, pulling out 4 moves. 4, maybe 5 moves if you count a punch. So very impressive from Batista. A hardcore match. Certainly, it lived up to the hype, ladies and gentlemen. And Batista retains his United States Championship once again. And is he on the path to greatness? Is he on the path to winning the World Heavyweight Championship? We'll find out. But who is the World Heavyweight Champion? We need to find out, and that we are about to, as the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in our next match. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes The Undertaker, looking to be impressive once again in his home ground. You'd have to argue that Armageddon certainly been a pretty good pay-per-view for The Undertaker. And of course, the Hell in a Cell match, certainly very favorable for the former World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. He was the first World Heavyweight Champion here in GM mode, and he won it back for a short amount of time not long ago. But Edge getting the better of the dead man and has held the title for a while now. So, Edge and The Undertaker, Hell in a Cell match. This is going to be very interesting, and this could be very epic at the same time. I'm looking forward to seeing this one, because Undertaker has competed in a number of Hell in a Cell matches here on GM mode. We've seen quite a number of Hell in a Cell matches as well. But Armageddon, like I said earlier in the video, you have to have a Hell in a Cell match in Armageddon, in my point of view. It just isn't right without Hell in a Cell. And this is a good opportunity for The Undertaker to recapture his World Heavyweight Championship. And as he does so, he has to do it against Edge if he wants to do it though, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the Rated R Superstar. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, Edge. Well, ever since arriving to Smackdown, he has been impressive in that he's inserted himself straight into the main event picture, and he's won himself championship gold. He's been damn good, damn hard to stop. But you have to argue, he's in the Undertaker's playground right now. This is certainly not an easy match for him to win. The odds are stacked against him. Can he win this match? Can he beat the Undertaker? I would certainly say no, he cannot. As we are getting ready, Hell in a Cell. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The bell has rung, and it's time for Edge and The Undertaker to do battle, to go to war, and to go to hell. As both men reluctant to get this one underway, but Edge tries to. Undertaker with a counter, though. So these two guys have had a bit of rivalry for quite a number of months now. And they had a match at Survivor Series as well. These guys really have had the longest rivalry out of anyone on the pay-per-view right now. And of course, their rivalry was stopped by the game, but we decided just to extend it for one last pay-per-view before we move on to the Royal Rumble and move on to the new year, because, you know, I still felt as though there was unfinished business between these two men, and Edge winning the World Heavyweight title off The Undertaker. I felt as though that Undertaker deserved a rematch, and what better way to do it at Armageddon and in Hell in a Cell. So I'm interested to see how this one plays out and how much of the cell will they try and use, if they use it at all. I mean, maybe these guys will try and avoid it, but I know the Undertaker will realize with the experience that he has in the cell that using the cell itself on your opponent is a great way to inflict some really good damage. As he's, well, there goes Edge over the top rope and gets slammed into the cell at the same time. So Undertaker has realized, and he is trying to get himself the upper hand. Oh, there's Edge! Face first into the cell! And Undertaker, he's pretty happy about himself as well. Taunting away in the ring. Edge meeting the cell for the first time here in GM mode. What has he got planned here? And there's a kick to the a knee to the midsection. And oh, we may be going a bit old school. Here we go. Undertaker on the top. Yes, old school with that forearm to the back of the neck. And Undertaker in control in the early stages of this Hell in a Cell match. There's some more headbutts and rights and lefts. And Edge, oh, there's a big headbutt of his own. And Edge is looking good right now. But he was looking good till the best pure striker in the WWE, The Undertaker, struck Edge down. At the moment, it really is fair game. It's Undertaker with the early advantage, but Edge now trying to fight back, working away on the leg of the Undertaker. We know Edge has that ability to hit that spear out of nowhere, and he could change the course of this match in a blink of an eye, which is certainly an advantage for Edge to have in this kind of matchup. But Undertaker with so much experience in Hell in a Cell, like I said earlier, hard to deny him. And Undertaker missing that strike, but doesn't miss that elbow. Tries to follow it up with a kick to the midsection. Edge with the counter though. And Undertaker, his legs are feeling the effects as a kick to the midsection. Undertaker, he's got him up. Maybe going for that double-handed choke slam. Yeah, oh, he's moving him around the ring. Edge trying to fight it, but cannot, as Edge is slammed into the mat in the middle of the ring. And oh, a low blow from Edge. A dirty tactic from the World Heavyweight Champion, but he realizes he's in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have to try and do whatever he can to win this one. And oh, Taker with a big-time DDT to take down Edge. And Edge is feeling the effects early on. Undertaker in complete control. And Edge. Here we go. Collar and elbow. Edge getting the advantage. Yes! Takes down the Undertaker, working on the arm to try and stop that choke slam from happening again. And oh! Wow, what a clothesline from the Undertaker. Edge is in a world of trouble, ladies and gentlemen, and there's another takedown from the dead man as well. And what's he got planned here? He's got a submission hold. He's got to work on that arm there. He's got those legs wrapped around the throat, or around the torso of Edge as well. But Edge quickly gets out of that. Edge holding his head. He's struggling. The world champion's in a lot of trouble here. We may have ourselves a new champion. As Undertaker's up on Edge's shoulders, Taker trying to counter though with an elbow to the head. And Taker does so successfully, hits him with a DDT as well. And now, going for the cover with a DDT, 2, 3, yes! Wow! Taker's done it. He's won the World Heavyweight Championship in quick fashion. What a statement from the dead man. He has done it. Hell in a Cell victory for The Undertaker. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match. Quick match. Edge never really got into it. Undertaker quick off the blocks and had enough in the tank to keep going. Used to sell and didn't take a tombstone, didn't take a choke slam, didn't take a last ride. It took a DDT and he hit it to perfection. And the dead man is once again your World Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen. That will do it for the pay-per-view. And we'll check out how we did on the rating. 4.5-star rated pay-per-view. Not too bad. Probably expected. I didn't expect 5 stars with a lack of build-up for our rivalries, but we still had a pretty good show in the end. So, I think we may have had a 5-star match. So let's check out our matches. Let's see how we did. So 3.5-star to kick off the show with Triple H and Randy Orton. 4-star for the Fatal 4-Way table matchup. Not too bad. Brendan and Mysterio, 4.5-star. That's surprising. Batista and HBK, 4.5-star. And the main event was 5 stars, baby. Not too bad. So 1 5-star match. You cannot complain with that. I'm happy with that. And we are looking towards the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. It's looking good, ladies and gentlemen. There's your new champions, Punk and Undertaker, our new champs. Ladies and gentlemen, good show. Surprising victories. Undertaker back on top. Punk winning gold as well. Batista with a retaining. Triple H knocking off Randy Orton. And Brendan surprising the world and beating Mysterio. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me in the Armageddon pay-per-view. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe for more GMO coming up in the future. And comment and say whatever the hell you want in the comment section down below. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.